Guys, so let's now tap into how does Reiki heal. Let's continue. We are alive because life energy or ki is flowing through us. Ki flows within the physical body through pathways called chakras, meridians, and nadis, and can also be present and pass directly through the organs and tissues of the body. It also flows around us in a field of energy called the aura. Excuse me, guys. The free and balanced flow of healthy ki is the cause of well being. It is ki that animates the physical organs and tissues as it flows through them. Ki nourishes the organs and cells of the body, supporting them in their vital functions. When the flow of healthy ki is disrupted, it causes diminished functioning within one or more of the organs and tissues of the physical body. Therefore, it is the disruption in the flow of healthy ki that is the main cause of illnesses. Ki is responsive to thoughts and feelings. When we have positive, optimistic thoughts, we increase our flow of ki, and this causes us to feel better. However, when we have negative thoughts, our ki is disrupted and diminished, and we do not feel good. When negative thoughts become lodged into the subconscious mind, they create a permanent disruption in the flow of healthy ki. This happens when we either consciously or unconsciously accept negative thoughts or feelings about ourselves. Negative thoughts and feelings increase ki and cause it to become bayaki for unhealthy ki. The bayaki then attaches itself to the organs and tissues of the body and also disrupts the flow of healthy ki. The organs and tissues of the body can be affected depending on the location of the blockage. This diminishes the vital function of those organs and cells of the physical body, and unless the blockages is released, a person could eventually become ill. Excuse me. When a person receives Reiki sessions, the re or spiritually conscious part of the energy accesses where the person has bioki and then directs the healing energy usually to the bioki that is nearest the hands. However, sometimes it will go to the bioki that is most in need of healing, even if it is far from the hands. The Reiki energy then works with the negative thoughts and feelings that have created the bioki and are blocking one's flow of healthy ki and releases them with healthy thoughts and feelings, thus releasing the bioki. This can happen in a number of ways by flowing through the affected parts of the energy field and charging them with positive energy. Reiki raises the vibratory levels in and around the physical body where the negative thoughts and feelings are attached. This causes the negative energy to break apart and fall away. In so doing, Reiki clears, straightens, and heals the energy pathways, thus allowing healthy ki to flow in a natural way. Sometimes the entire field of blockage Sometimes the entire field of blocking energy is lifted up to a higher level of consciousness where it is processed. Other times it is melted away or burnt up. When a block is released, sometimes a person will feel a cold sensation, and when it is melted or burnt up, a hot sensation. Once healthy ki is flowing naturally, the physical organs and tissues are able to complete their healing process. Let's continue with our lesson. The aura. The aura is a beautiful field of ever-changing energy patterns that completely surrounds all living things. The oval shape surrounding the figure, which you see is right here. Okay? Ooh, sorry guys. The figure on the opposite page of what I just showed you have many layers, starting with the inner layer closer to I'm sorry. However, the aura is actually composed of many layers, starting with an inner layer closest and most often within the body and ending about 4 to 5 feet from the body. Even higher layers can exist further out than this. Each layer represents a different part of the person's consciousness, with the inner layer connected to the physical body, followed by higher layers associated with emotional, mental, spiritual levels of consciousness. The aura is created by all of your thoughts and feelings, both consciousness and unconscious, as well as the energies flowing through the physical body. Your state of health is reflected in the aura, as well as affected by the condition of the aura, and in fact many feel that the original cause of both illnesses and health is in the aura. Treating the aura with Reiki doing biosync scanning can be an important part of your Reiki session. Let's continue. It is possible to become aware of your own aura by doing various exercises. Use of Reiki hand positions, and that is on another page, and we're not going to go into that page right now. We're going to continue by dropping down. Okay, guys, let's continue. By energizing it with Reiki, let's go back. So by clearing out your auric field, you're going to use certain hand gestures to help clear it, okay? And you have to be, what I want to say, initiated to receive that, but we'll talk about that on another note. Okay, so let's continue. By energizing it with Reiki, your aura will become stronger, making it easier to feel. You can feel the auric field of others by using biosync scanning, which is explained on page 57. Biosync scanning is also a way to treat the aura. Some people are so sensitive they can actually see the auric field, and practitioners who can see the aura often use this information to improve the quality of their work. I remember when I was in my Reiki session and may Coach Bryce always be with me. She passed away, matter of fact, 4 months after she certified me, right? And she felt me. I didn't even know I could read energy at this time. And I remember when I went back to class the next day, and she was like, she had to move around because one of us could read her energy, and come to find out it was me that could read her energy. And yeah, I thought it was so dope, but I did not know that I could read her energy in any way. And she had to protect herself because she didn't know if I was going to do something towards her, which makes sense to why she had to move everybody and situate them in different positions. Because overall, I am a very strong Reiki healing practitioner, and I have been ordained to do this particular calling here. I am a very powerful shaman, and I'm just glad that she shared that information with me in spirit. So with that being said, guys, it is very possible. Let's continue. The chakras. The 7 main chakras are represented by the flower-shaped images on the front of the page. The chakras are actually transformers by subtle energy. They take the key that is always around us and transform it into the various techniques or subtle energy system that needs to keep us healthy. The lowest or root chakra brings in the lower frequencies that are needed for physical survival, and each higher chakra brings in higher energies such as those for healthy physical pleasure, expressing your will in the world, love of self and others, communication and creativity. With the highest with the highest or crown chakra, bringing in spiritual levels of energy. Each chakra corresponds with a layer of the aura. Negative feelings or thoughts can become lodged in the chakras, reducing the amount of subtle energy they are able to provide and adversely affecting one's health. Although it was not a part of the original style of Reiki, practiced by UC Sensei, yes, and his wife, Hayashi Sensei, or better known as Takeda Sensei. Treating the chakras can also be optional part of giving a Reiki session. Sensei Reiki, Sensei Yushi, Sensei Usi, I'm sorry if I'm saying his name wrong, guys. Sensei is the one who founded, who was the first one to embody the attunements and was able to pass it on to other spiritual leaders such as Coach Bryce and I. Okay, and his wife also became attuned in that energy too. So these are the individuals who begin this practice. So just a quick, educational lesson for you guys on that. Let's continue. We will be learning more about this in our future weeks. Okay, guys, let's continue. The meridians. The meridians are pathways through which the subtle energy flows within the physical body. The meridians contain energy points generally referred to as acupuncture or acupressure points. Each meridian is usually associated with an organ or physical system of the body and supplies that organ or system with specific kinds of ki. As an example, the liver meridian starts on the top of the foot and travels up the leg and to the liver. Let's continue. What can be treated? Reiki is both powerful and gentle in its long history of use and has aided in helping to heal virtually every known illness and injury, including life-threatening problems like multiple sclerosis, heart disease, and cancer, as well as skin problems, cuts, bruises, broken bones, headaches, colds, flus, sore throat, sunburn, fatigue, insomnia, and impotence. It is always beneficial and works to improve the effectiveness of all other types of therapy. A session feels like a wonderful glowing radiance and has many benefits for both clients and practitioners, including positive states of consciousness and spiritual experiences. What I just told you guys about. Let's continue. Reiki works with medical care. Reiki works in harmony with all other kinds of treatment, including medical and psychological care. In fact, Reiki is offered as part of the regular patient care in over 800 hospitals across the U.S., including being given in operating room and intensive care units. According to a series of interviews I did with nurses and other medical professionals. And before I begin, this book is by Mr. William. So if I'm talking in third person, that's because it is by Dr. William Lee Rand. And so I will be talking in third because I am reading from someone else's energy, okay? From someone else's words. So let's continue. Okay? Reiki is offered as a part of a regular patient care in over 800 hospitals across the U.S., including being given in operating rooms and intensive care units, according to a series of interviews I did with nurses and other medical professionals who practices Reiki in hospitals. Reiki decreases recovery time from surgery, improves mental attitude, and reduces unwanted side effects of medications, including chemotherapy, radiation, and other medical procedures. A research study at Hartford Hospital in Hartford, Connecticut indicates that Reiki improved patient sleep by 86%, reduced pain by 78%, reduced nausea by 80%, and reduced anxiety during pregnancy by 94%. Let's continue. Reiki has also been used in conjunction with psychotherapy to improve the healing in emotional trauma and other issues. Its psychological benefits can include improved memory and greater self-confidence. Use in psychology is usually done in a hands-off method, often from across the room if clients have a physical or psychological condition and want to be treated with Reiki. It is recommended that they do so under the supervision of an enlightened medical doctor, psychologist, or other licensed healthcare professional What is Reiki? I'm sorry. Is Reiki a religion? While Reiki is spiritual in nature in that it provides love and compassion to the client, it is not a religion. It has no dogma and does not conflict with religious belief. People who are followers of all the various religions have practiced Reiki and find that it enhances their religious experience. Curriculum photography. I think this is our last page. Yep, we coming through this. I'm trying to hurry up before it get too dark, guys, so I can see as I read. So let's continue. Curlian photography is a technique of photographing the etheric energy patterns around living things, pioneered by Russian researcher Smian Curlian during the 1940s. It is based on a phenomenon known as corona discharge. When an object is in a high frequency electrical field, it becomes grounded. A spark discharges between the object and the electrode. A piece of film is placed between the object and the electrode, and the discharge pattern is captured on the film. When a living thing is used as the object, beautiful colors and patterns are created on the film. This discharge pattern seems to follow the pattern of the etheric aura. And I will show you this photo in just 1 minute, guys, as soon as I finish up, okay? Reiki photograph. The Curlian photograph below was taken in May 1990 by Doris Kangas. Doris asked me to be a subject for Curlian process to determine if Reiki energy could be detected. Her process involves taking fingerprint Curlian photos with Polaroid film device inside of a black bag. 3 sets of fingertip photos were taken on the same film. The first 3 fingers of the right hand were used. During the first 2 photos, I just sat calmly. During the last photo, which is the set of prints at the bottom, I placed my left hand on my leg and asked Reiki to flow. When I felt a strong flow of Reiki in my right hand, I told Doris I was ready, and she took the picture. Doris has taken not thousands, may have been thousands. I say that for a reason. Doris has taken hundreds of Curlian photos, and this was the first time she took one that looked like this. I'm gonna show you real quick. And this is what he's talking about. This is the Reiki energy. Okay, and these are his fingerprints. Is that what he's talking about? Okay, in that black bag, and that's the Reiki energy being transmuted into his body. Let's continue. Let's start right here. When I felt the strong, let's start right here. Yeah. Let's start right here. I placed my left hand on my leg and asked Reiki to flow. When I felt a strong flow of Reiki in my right hand, I told Doris I was ready, and she took the picture. Doris has taken hundreds of Curlian photos, and this was the first time she took one that looked like this. It shows Reiki energy emanating from the palm chakra. One beam can be seen to emerge between the thumb and forefinger, and the main beam between the forefinger and middle finger. In the original color photo, the beams are white in the middle, turning blue, white on the edges, and indigo at the bottom. So guys, this is learning Reiki, and I hope that you guys understood. I hope I wasn't going too fast, but it's getting dark out here, and I don't want to be out here, too much longer. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this session up. If you guys have any questions, if you would like to receive any healing, if you would like to come and join us at our healing session, please feel free to message me on whatever social media site that you see this video on. With that being said, guys, Ashe, namaste, amen, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. Mwah.